So guys, how many of us cross our legs every day? We don't, you know, we what do we say? It's comfortable. Okay, that's the biggest thing we always talk about. I want to really quickly run through, for example, are you somebody who has the ability to actually crisscross? Usually hypermobile people can, and the knee, this foot can actually come back. I certainly can't do it, okay? We're trying to train ourselves to be neutral all the time. So for every time we sit with the foot slouching out, maybe coming in, there's a consequence, okay? When we sit, we let it fall out, there's going to be a consequence, especially those who are always complaining of the hip flexor clicking and so on. Cut out these issues and watch things change. Sitting for long periods of time with the leg crossed, again, what happens at the posterior side of the body? Okay, so let's talk about the ligaments. Again, everything attaches and moves across the body. So if we're even talking about the glute, for example, okay, its attachment is coming across like this. In order for me, and also, by the way, sorry, the idea was it is attaching around here and coming. So everything is wrapped in that plane of motion. Layers upon layers of tissue is coming across. In order for you to be able to sit, as we talked about, and cross the legs, you're going to lengthen and make all of these ligaments extremely lax. You're going to train the whole muscle system. Again, now you're beginning to wonder why you constantly are saying, I can't, you know, I'm struggling to fire up the glute. All of these things, noticing that this glute is not as big as this one, and so on. On the opposite side, what happens is, okay, the sartorius muscle. So if I've been crossing my right over my left for years, okay, in this position, okay, I have trained this adductor to become extremely short and tight. Well, how is that going to affect me going forward? Well, now I can't lift my knee up any higher, okay? The sartorius muscle, to finish on, okay, will wrap from here all the way across and attach in down here at the knee, okay? Let's keep that simple, all right? If that's trained to be short and tight, of course, you have scar tissue going to develop on because the contraction is layers upon layers of tissue. Instead of sitting here now, it is now sitting on top of each other. That's essentially what scar tissue is. Okay, if that's not the reason, it's a lengthened scar tissue. Well, if I was to hold this all day long, eventually it's going to get lax, but it probably will snap someday. Okay, but the body is so smart that what it does is it wants to keep forming layers upon layer. Okay, and now you have ticking fascia because it's just that smart. Now you see that we have all this tissue now that we keep complaining about, a groin pain, persistent, you know, knee pain, wear and tear in the knee. It is what we hear every single day. And that's how we're, you know, all these small habits are causing you huge issues in your life. So cut them out to start with and watch the difference.